Let's get season number 2 started here at Juventus, and we just go straight into it by taking a quick look at our budget, and we have 203 million euros. And this is of course the team we have here at Juventus. We have some very good players such as Vlahovic, who delivered a solid second half of the season. Bruno Fernandes is just exceptional. We of course signed Cristian Romero in the second part of last season, which I would say saved our season from being outside of Champions League place to win the Coppa Italia and also finishing second. We have Julian Timber, Bremer, Di Gregorio, Cambiasso, Locatelli as well, who are all good. But we need to make some sort of a rebuild. We need a new winger and we need also a new central midfielder, because ES Coopminers, he has decent rating. However, I'm not the biggest fan when I've used him in game. Thuram as well, he has been not ideal, so I will bring in a new central midfielder as well. And we also have a way too big squad, so we have put a lot of players on the transfer list. Gori, Giallo, Muharemovic, Cabal, Arthur, Fagioli, Koopmeiners, Miretti, Sersanti, Kostic, Adzic, Seri, Angele, Pugno, and the last one is Pecorino. I doubt we will sell all of them, however most of them we are looking to get rid of. And the board have made it very clear they want us to win the Serie A, they want us to win the Coppa Italia, and they want us to reach the final in the Champions League. So we have to deliver this season. And we have managed to sell most of the players we had on the transfer list, at least the most expensive one. Kostis has joined Napoli. Muharemovic has gone to El Attifaq in Saudi Arabia. Koopmeiners has joined Italian rivals Napoli. Seri has taken the move to Paris and joined Paris FC. Fagioli has gone to Bournemouth. Giallo is also moving to a Serie A rival in Atalanta. Miretti has joined Nottingham Forest. Sersanti has gone to the Championship and joined Coventry. Cabal has also joined Napoli, and Arthur has gone back to a club he's previously been at in Girona. And we will look to sign 3 players in this transfer window. We are going to sign a new right midfielder, because we of course had Vea, but we had Gonzalez and Francisco Conceição as well last season. However, both of them were of course on loan, so it's just Vea left, and Yildiz is the only left midfielder, or we have Mbangula as well, but he isn't good enough in this game. So we are looking to sign a left midfielder, a right midfielder, and yes, we have Locatelli, Rovea and Thuram for the central midfield. But we are looking to sign another marquee midfielder to partner Bruno Fernandes and Locatelli. And we can see the budget isn't any issues. 377 million. We will not use anything close to all of that, but we at least got the money. Our first signing, it is a star left midfielder. He comes from Liverpool. It is the Colombian Luis Diaz, who has joined us for 62.3 million. Our second signing is just a short-term solution. He's previously been owned by Juventus. I don't think he played too much. It is the Italian right winger Domenico Berardi, and he has joined us for 22 million, and Daniel Rugani. However, it is just a short-term option. I wanted to bring in an Italian, and I think he fits the team quite well as well, because we of course needed a right midfielder. And the third and final signing is another massive statement signing by Juventus. It is Portuguese midfielder Vitinha. He has joined us from PSG for 125 million euros. So with 3 big signings, this is currently the team we have. We have Di Gregorio, who I think has been very solid for us, especially in the second half of last season. Julian Timber, Romero, Bremer and Cambiasso is a very good defense. New signing Luis Diaz, 85 rated, with Yildiz, who I think I will use as our main right midfielder, with Berardi. Of course, being a new signing, he will be like a bench option super sub. We of course have Locatelli and Vitinha with the 2 central midfielders, just absolutely amazing duo. Bruno Fernandes as the attacking midfielder and Dusan Vlahovic up top. I do think this team is absolute fantastic. The weak spot may be the right midfielder. Berardi is 82, but he is on the older side. Yildiz is younger, so hopefully he can grow a lot. But it will be interesting to see how this season goes. Hopefully we can win the Serie A and maybe even the Champions League. And we can see we have got a pretty easy start on the paper in the Serie A. We got Venezia, then we got Lecce at home, then Genoa, then we have Bologna, which will be difficult, Monza up next, Cagliari, And the first difficult league game will be against AS Roma. So let's get a good start to the Serie A season. And we know easy games on paper isn't necessarily 3 points. As you can see, we start the season off with a 2-2 draw. Surely we get all 3 points against Lecce at home. Yes, we do 2-1. Genoa is up next away from home and we win 2-0. Bologna has had 2 very good seasons in a row in real life, but we dominate them, 3-0. Slavia Praha is the first Champions League games of the season and we win 3-2. Monza away from home is up next. Can we win again? Yes, 3-0. And now we got Cagliari at Allianz Stadium. We win 1-0. And another Champions League game, Ferencvarosi, however you say it, we win 2-1. And next up is the game against AS Roma. But before that, let's just take a quick look at the table and we can see we are leading the Serie A. We have the same amount of points as AC Milan. We won 5 games, drawn 1, so a very good start there. In the Coppa Italia, I meant the Champions League. We are 5th in the league phase, having won both of our games, so we are currently unbeaten, but now it's a difficult task away at AS Roma. This is a team that we will use against Roma. Berardi starts on the right midfield because Yildiz, he had very little fitness left, so that is really the only change from our strongest 11. But let's get into the game and hopefully get all 3 points against Roma. And Roma are going up the attack. Can they get that early goal here? Zalewski tries the shot. Thankfully for us, it is a poor shot and it's wide. Bruno Fernandes finds Dusan Vlahovic to Vitinha, who is of course one of our new signings. Vitinha, what can he do? He loses the ball to Hermoso. Roma once again, Zalewski. He has looked dangerous so far. He tries the shot and it's an absolute beauty by Roma's left midfielder Zalewski, who beats Di Gregorio from a quiet few yards away, I think around 20 meters away. And it's an absolute beauty by Zalewski. We gave him way too much space and he tries the long range shot outside the 16-yard box. And unfortunately for us, what is this camera angle? Honestly, what is this? Unfortunately for us, Roma have taken the lead. Dusan Vlahovic again to Bruno Fernandes. Berardi is on the other side. Can he cut in? He can do something. Berardi tries the shot. It is saved by Roma's goalkeeper. We still got it. Dusan Vlahovic. But Ndika blocks it this time. Berardi once again. He's looked lively the last few minutes. Finds Luis Diaz. And 2 of the summer signings combine into scoring a crucial goal against Roma. Domenico Berardi finds Luis Diaz and it's a goal to Juventus. Juren Timber, he joins the attack, finds Vitinha. Domenico Berardi on the run. He has looked very good, like I said, earlier attack, so I'm pretty impressed with him. Timber finds Bruno Fernandes, who tries the shot, and Bruno Fernandes with an absolute beauty right before first half ends. He is the captain in this team. It shouldn't really be him. It should be Locatelli, but we don't care. He has scored an absolute banger against Roma. Just look at this. He gets the space. He has one of the best right foots in the league and he hits that perfectly. And we just give Roma the ball there, Di Gregorio. Thankfully he makes up for his mistake. And now we are on the counter-attack. Bruno Fernandes to Luis Diaz. If there is one player I would have liked to have in this position, it is Luis Diaz. Because he's one of the fastest players in the team. He manages to keep the ball. Luis Diaz, he finds Bruno Fernandes. Can he get his shot off? He does. But it's just wide from Bruno Fernandes. Artem Dovbyk, he gets the chance. He hits the crossbar. That would have been a brilliant goal by Dovbyk. He gets another chance. And this time Di Gregorio saves and Roma are really putting the pressure on right now. And Roma are really on it right now. We need another goal because if Roma continues like this, I can't see us not conceding before the game ends. But that is great defending by Juren Timber. Luis Diaz. Vlahovic makes the run. What can Vlahovic do? He finds Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes tries to find Yildiz. Yildiz shoots. Golini with a big save. But we still got it. Vitinha this time. He finds Thuram, who finds Yildiz, the super subs combining. That is great by Yildiz. That is beautiful. But another fantastic save by Roma's goalkeeper. And now they are on the attack. Dovbyk against Christian Romero. Romero tries to slide tackle. He fails. Artem Dovbyk. He ships in the last minute. And Dovbyk has made it 2-2. And the points are shared in Rome. And that draw sees us falling down to third place. However, we are still just 1 point behind league leaders Fiorentina, so we are thankfully not out of the title race by any means. We are still unbeaten, so I will say, even though we haven't had the most difficult start to the season, I will absolutely take 5 wins and 2 draws from 7 games. And Bruno Fernandes is enjoying his perfect Juventus career so far. 9 games, 9 goals, 1 assist. Vlahovic has only scored 3. I expect more from him. Luis Diaz scored 3 goals, got 1 assist. Yildiz has scored 2 in 5 appearances. Timber 1 goal and 1 assist as well. But we need to see some more goals from our attack, especially Dusan Vlahovic. Can our unbeaten streak in the Serie A continue? It do not. We lose 2-0 to Sassuolo. Benfica away from home is up next in the Champions League, and it's a 1-1 draw. And up next it is Napoli away from home. We have now gone 3 games in all competitions without a win, so we need to bounce back against Napoli and get 3 points. It is crucial, I do believe, in the title race. As we can see, yes, Napoli isn't here. They are down where maybe they were there. They are 5th place, so they are right behind us, but we are now 4 points behind Fiorentina, who are leading the league, so we need to win here in order to stay close to them. If not, could be a similar season to the previous one. Victor Osimhen, who is back at Napoli, he tries the shot. Cambiasso blocks it thankfully, and maybe we can get a counter-attack early on. Bruno Fernandes, Luis Diaz. We got the pace, we know. We are wanting to see more from Dusan Vlahovic in this season, and we can almost do some straight away, but Vlahovic messes up the chance that should have been 1-0 to Juventus. Luis Diaz with the run down the left. Bruno Fernandes finds him. Vlahovic is alone in the middle, but he cannot get a header on it. And Politano against Cambiasso. Cambiasso loses his head there and tackles him. However, the play continues on. Osimhen against Di Gregorio. Thankfully, the striker miss. Osimhen, can he heads it in? He hits the crossbar. He gets the rebound. Thankfully, he do not because of Di Gregorio. And Napoli, David Neres, he ships. And just like the Roma game, Di Gregorio gets shipped by the opponents, and we need to stop running out with our goalkeeper because we are just gifting our opponents easy goals. Bruno Fernandes, can we try a replica of the previous game? And we do. Bruno Fernandes with another long shot beauty, and we conceded a chip goal against Roma. Bruno Fernandes scored an absolute belter. We conceded a chip goal against Napoli, and what do Bruno Fernandes do? He scores another absolute beauty, and I would say this one, yeah, I would prefer the previous one because it hits the post and went in. However, this is another beautiful Bruno Fernandes goal. Timber makes the overlap. He gets the ball. Jurien Timber, can he find Dusan Vlahovic? He do. Dusan Vlahovic, and the game has seen 3 goals in just 10 minutes, and we have made a comeback. We have turned the game around against Napoli, and Dusan Vlahovic this season has hopefully started probably with this great strike by our striker. And Vlahovic again, he gets through. It's a poor first touch from Vlahovic. He tries to strike. Meret saves it. Can we get something here? The ball is still in play. Luis Diaz, he absolutely mistimes that one. Locatelli wins the ball. He finds Dusan Vlahovic, and he gets past the defender. Yildiz makes the run. Yildiz, can he score? Yildiz, he shoots, he scores. Juventus are leading 3-1 away to Napoli. Politano tries to find Victor Osimhen, but Di Gregorio reads that perfectly. Timber, Vitinha, maybe he can even go on a little solo run. He tries the shot, but it's a poor shot from our record-breaking transfer. And Napoli are trying their best to get back in the game. Former Juventus player Koopmeiners finds Osimhen. Di Gregorio with another great piece of play. And maybe we can end the game right here. Can we make it 4-1? Berardi tries to find Kolomuani in the middle. However, we are just inches away from making it 4-1 to Juventus. However, the game is done. We have won 3-1 in Naples. And the games are just coming through, and next up it is Como away from home and we win 2-0. Next up is another easy game on paper, Palermo at home and we win 2-1. Man City away from home in the Champions League and we lose 2-0. Another league game, and this time it is Fiorentina away from home and we get all 3 points. Lazio at home can always be difficult. Can we get all 3 points? Yes, we do. 3-0 win. And up next, Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. It will be a difficult game and we lose 2-1. Newly promoted Sampdoria away from home. We have to get 3 points in my opinion, and we do. And we have a Turin derby up next, but let's take a quick look at the table, and we are leading the league with 35 points. Inter are second with 32, so we have a very good league spot right there. This Champions League, however, we are struggling. We are 20th in the league. We have picked up 7 points, so we need to do well in the last 3 games we have here. We have Real Madrid up next at home, and then we have Athletic Bilbao and Basel both away from home. But yeah, let's just get into the game against Torino. But first, let's just take a quick look at the players' stats as well to see if Dusan Vlahovic, for example, has found his scoring form. 11 goals, 1 assist in 19 games. It's alright, not ideal, but it is alright. Bruno Fernandes 11 goals and 5 assists. Yildiz only scored 4. Luis Diaz only got 5 goal contributions. But Locatelli has got 7 assists from the central midfield, which is very, very good by him. So let's just hope we can win the battle in Turin and get another 3 points, and maybe we can increase our title lead. We are looking to get a good start in the derby right there, Locatelli, but that is just absolutely horrible from our captain. And Torino are getting up the other end, and Vlasic tries a shot. Di Gregorio with a solid save. Timber with a through ball to Yildiz. The super talent from Turkey finds Dusan Vlahovic. Vlahovic shoots. Milinkovic Savic saves. Diaz with the rebound, and that is absolutely woeful finish from Diaz. Vlahovic, Bruno Fernandes sees Vitinha, back to Vlahovic, and Yildiz is going on the run. He gets fined by Vlahovic. Yildiz loses the ball to Sure. Can we maybe win it back? No, that is a wasted attack by Juventus. And Torino are now looking to counter. It is Wilfred Gnonto. Wilfred Gnonto shoots, and Wilfred Gnonto scores. And Torino have taken a shock lead at Allianz Stadium. And Torino again, and it's almost a copy of the previous attack. Gnonto, thankfully Bremer catches up, and Di Gregorio has an easy make to save. That could have been 2 very similar goals by Wilfred Gnonto. Bruno Fernandes finds Dusan Vlahovic, and this time surely our number 9 has to score, and he does. And Juventus are back in the game. And that is exactly the start to the second half we needed. And Zapata, what can he do? He looks to find Torino a goal straight away. Gnonto to Zapata. Bremer with an absolute master block. And Di Gregorio punches everyone in the head, but thankfully he gets the ball away. However, the attack is still not over. Bremer with another block, and this has to be attack over. And Vlahovic steals it from the Torino defender. Dusan Vlahovic with the finesse, and he shoots it wide. Luis Diaz finds Vlahovic. What can he do now? Vlahovic, Vitinha makes the run. He gets found. Vitinha shoots. He hits the crossbar. Cambiasso, he can't score the rebound, and that should have easily been Juventus 2, but we absolutely mess it up once again. Cambiasso steals it. He finds Diaz. We haven't seen a lot from Luis Diaz yet in the games we have played, and this time either we can't seem to do anything with him. Cambiasso, he sees Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes to Vitinha. Yildiz makes the run. Can he get the ball? Vitinha decided to go for himself. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, Dusan Vlahovic, and that is exactly what we want to see from our striker. Dusan Vlahovic scores a late goal, and that could seal all 3 points to Juventus. Can Juventus get one last attack here? Vlahovic to Fernandes. Fernandes, he doesn't have the pace. He has the shot, however, but Milinkovic Savic saves it in net, and that is game over. Juventus win the Turin derby, and we take all 3 points. And we need a result against Real Madrid here. We have been surprisingly poor in the league phase of the Champions League. Come on, at least get a draw. Ideally, all 3 points. Juventus, it is 3-3. Romero gets a red card in the 76th minute and Vinicius Jr. scores late on. But yeah, 1 point is alright against Real Madrid. Another big Serie A game, this time away at San Siro against AC Milan, and we win. Hellas Verona is the next opponent, and it is a home game, and we take all 3 points once again. And the last game of the calendar year against Inter Milan away from home, and Inter takes all 3 points. And we are leading the Serie A going half through the season. We have 44 points, Inter have 41, Napoli and Fiorentina both have 39, so we don't have a big gap. However, we are leading the league. We have just conceded 15 goals, which is very good. The Champions League, we are struggling a bit. However, we climbed up a bit with the draw against Real Madrid, so we are now 17th place. Only got 8 points, but I do believe we should go through. If that is the playoffs, I don't really mind. So alright, we are leading the league, of course, which is brilliant. Expected more in the Champions League, but as long as we go through, I am happy. The Super Cup, of course, we will take on AC Milan in the semi-finals. And the Coppa Italia, have we got our opponent yet? No, we have not. And this is how the team is looking now, and we have seen some decent growth from Timber up to 88, Bremer 89, Yildiz now up to 82, which is solid. Vitinha, Locatelli 89 and 88. Bruno Fernandes is our first player who reaches 90, and Dusan Vlahovic is up to 88. But Romero, I would have liked to seen him grow a bit more, as he was fantastic last season. And looking at the stats, Bruno Fernandes is absolutely still our star player. 16 goals and 9 assists. Vlahovic has scored 15 goals, and apart from that, it's absolutely nowhere near good enough. Yildiz 4 goals, Diaz 4 goals, Vitinha 3 goals, and apart from that, just a couple of players who have scored 1 goal. And looking at assists, Locatelli still got 7, Vitinha 4, Timber 3, Diaz 2. Berardi has also got himself 2 assists. But that is it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you guys next time.